What's good, gamers? Bloodolf941 here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the brand new exotic mission, Encore Overture, and maybe the new weapon as well, a little bit. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to go with that, but we're going to talk and see what ends up happening. Before we get too deep into the video, if y'all could click like and subscribe as well, I'd really appreciate it. I put out 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Fridays at noon Eastern Time, trying to get back into doing not Elden Ring DLC highlight. I do want to finish that at some point, but, you know, thanks. And so first off, I want to be an elitist real quick and talk about how people were complaining that they had to do the rest of the episodic quests in order to do the exotic mission that opens the 3rd act of this episode. You are stupid. It's tied to the story. It's not even remotely difficult to do the story. In what world do you actually think it's unreasonable to ask the people to play the video game in order to see and do the higher effort content? This wasn't just random Reddit people either. This was like actual community people with followings due to their presence in the Destiny 2 creator space. Whiny baby. If you want to play the game, you're gonna have to play the fucking game from time to time. Super obscure concept, I know. Anyway, onto the actual mission itself. The aesthetic was cool. Wore a little thin since the last one was in the Black Garden and used Vex architecture as well. Jungle stuff is interesting, I guess. I don't know, not really, nothing particularly special there. I like the Ishtar buildings from D1 on Venus being used again. Nice to see them return. I always enjoyed the way Venus's patrol space felt to wander around, so it was a nice, remember Venus? Nostalgia thing right there. Pretty cool. If you know me, and you're watching this video, so either you're a cool dude or you've talked to me personally, you know I'm not good at jumping puzzles. And the ones in this mission kind of took us a bit. Like, at the start, for example, we thought we found the way forward. But instead, we found the route you have to take if you fall through one of the holes on the proper path. Not really important for repeat runs, just a little annoying at the time. I don't like elevators or moving platforms as they seem to be client-side, and particularly it's because when you touch your fire team buddies, if any of you are moving at all in any direction, you bounce off of each other like synthetic rubber. So you end up colliding and fucking up timings in order to get onto your individual moving piece. Because like I said, elevators are client-side. Yes, I googled what bouncy balls are made of, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't a specific type of rubber. Sue me. During the mid-boss duo fight, there was a small arena that had 3 portals in it, one of which was progress, and to get through you needed to damage the Tormentor in the area enough for him to drop the key. But the other 2 were linked to each other with a stretch of geometry between them. So with that Tormentor, right, in order to kill Tormentors, you usually have to kite them so you can break their shoulders and then crit them while they walk at you, right? And I really like the idea of the portals being how you were to kite him around, especially in solo play. It's a very sick idea, and it's a good sign for the future level design. Shows they're still working on new mechanics to play with for getting through areas that aren't just brute force damage races. Awesome. Very, very cool idea. Me and Cooldo didn't use it because we realized it a little bit too late, but I think that's really cool and I want to speak to that a little bit. I really, really loved how there was no ceremony around Maya talking shit to us from under our compasses. That's really, really fucking cool. Just connecting, I see you, like that's, and nothing, no attention was brought to it. If you're paying attention, great. If you're not paying attention and you don't notice it until you see like the last line, you go, oh, what else did I miss? I love that. I think that's really, really cool. Speaking of Maya, the story is interesting. It's not really unexpected per se, but cool enough. I love, and I'm gonna butcher her name, so I apologize in advance. I think it's Shorey Aghdashloo. I love her in everything I see or hear her in. I love The Expanse. She was also in Arcane. I love this woman. And Lakshmi or Maya, I guess, is no exception. Very unique voice, fantastic performance. The goal of the mission seems to be a clarification of why Maya's doing what she's doing, I think. I don't know, I like extra information. Mildly humanizing elements of the villain are always good ideas. If I'm wrong, there's a Bife video that you and I can both watch for clarification, though. The reason why we were doing the mission seemed a little light, if that makes sense. I very, very much enjoyed the body horror with the Vex stalks and the disposed of or degaussed exo bodies littering the floor, the weird big head with the tubes coming through the eyes, spare body parts all over the place. We still barely know shit about this universe we found ourselves in, and the very low amount of completely unhinged and unknowable horrors we've come across so far is a very sorely missed opportunity in my opinion. Now, yes, D2 is rated T, so we're not ever going to get anything way the fuck out there, but pushing boundaries a little bit is always nice. Love that a lot. The actual puzzle mechanics of the mission were complex enough. Keeping track of who had what and how to navigate the spaces we tunneled through was cool. And then in the final boss fight, you have multiple ways to build the arena, almost. Big fan of that. Also, there doesn't seem to be a hard health gate for the boss. We might have gotten lucky, but it seems like it was a timed DPS phase. Otherwise, that checkpoint is a very odd, specific place to trigger a do the mechanic idiot moment, because it happened when the boss had like 10% HP left. It wasn't an enrage or anything, it just... I think we just didn't do it fast enough. The gun itself, Choir of One, seems very unique. I'm probably going to break down all the specifics of it later since I don't have every catalyst yet, and I prefer to talk about finished products. I hope that they don't make legendary versions of this type of weapon, but I won't hold my breath. Trace rifles became legendary, and that turned out okay. I have the wrong opinion, I'm well aware, so I understand. I kind of wanted this to be very, very unique, though. It does have a shitload of reserve ammo, though. It's very, very efficient. Editing Blood Elf here, turns out that's a bug, and they're aware of it, but they're not changing anything until a little bit later, so enjoy it while you got it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till we have everything before I take it into the Crucible and talk about it. Seems like it might be like Final Warning, where there's potential for some very stupid shit that just won't happen due to how many different factors have to line up for the dumb shit to actually occur. We'll see, though. Maybe I'll eat my words in a few weeks. All in all, I'm a big fan of this type of content, as always. It's not the greatest exotic mission they've ever done, but it's not the worst either. Activities that require a little bit more engagement and are longer with very, very cool environmental design, I think, are awesome, obviously. Good job, Bungie. Thank you. But with that, that's going to do it for me. Not the most engaging video today. Just kind of wanted to get this out there and get back in the swing of producing mediocre opinion-based content and not just highlights of Elden Ring DLC. I want to know, did y'all enjoy this mission? Do you enjoy the weapon? What are y'all thinking about it? Whoa! Can I help you? Okay. She's got some kind of opinion as well, I guess. But yeah, no, if y'all have any opinions that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear about it in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.
Instigating individuality within her collective.
Until now, each Vex collective was guided by one mind, acting in unison. Maya has turned a collective into a community.
It makes them unpredictable. Our tactics must change accordingly.